So Marvel Rivals Season 2 brought new team-ups to the game, and even removed some. Now, what I have for you today is a tier list video talking about all of the team-up abilities. Things like should you prioritize this or that, or maybe just not use them in general. Now, of course, this video is in my opinion, so it might be different than your own, which is perfectly fine, there's nothing wrong with that. But do me a favor, if you're new here or find yourself coming back on the regular and you aren't already subscribed yet, why not? It's completely free, and you're coming back anyways. While you're at it, make sure to hit that like button, it really helps out the video, and we are going for 20,000 subscribers, so might as well hop in. But without further ado, let's dive straight in. Now, our first team up is Ragnarök Rebirth. This is with Hela, Loki, and Thor. If, say, Loki and Thor get eliminated, Hela can get a final elimination on someone and get both of them res, which I think is insane. And if they're both still alive, they get some bonus HP. Now, I think this team up is extremely good. Having two teammates get instantly revived right away is an insane advantage if you get a pick. Now, in my opinion, at the beginning of Season 2, I think Thor is kinda overlooked or, overshadowed by characters like Hulk, The Thing, Emma Frost, Magneto, Groot, Venom. I think all of those characters are slightly better than Thor. I'm not saying he's terrible, but I just don't think he's on par of those, so it's not really worth your time to play Thor right now. That being said, I don't think I can put this S, even though I really want to, because I think it's an amazing team-up ability. It's just, I'm going on my gameplay experience, you don't really see this team-up too much. A lot more people are focusing on other team-ups, so I think it's safe to put it A. Now, this next team-up is with Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch. And as a team-up anchor, Doctor Strange gains a maximum health increase of 100. Scarlet Witch unlocks a new magical Mystic Burst ability through her team-up with Doctor Strange. Now, I think this ability is good, and I think she can do a lot of damage with the team-up. But the thing is, it's still Scarlet Witch. Yes, she got buffed for Season 2, but she's still on the weaker side in my opinion. She can do a lot, don't get me wrong, she can do a lot of damage, but I don't know, I think having the mag team up with her was just so much better. And because Doctor Strange isn't in the best position currently with all the nerfs he got, not a lot of people are going to be playing Doctor Strange anymore. And because of that, you're probably not going to be playing Scarlet Witch because you're not going to have a Doctor Strange for that team up. So I think it's okay to put this team up at B. And of course, we lose Metallic Chaos because of the change, so this is going to go to my remove section. Let me know what you think in the comments down below about this team up. Now, replacing Emma Overload for Winter Soldier, we have Stars Aligned with Captain America and Winter Soldier. As the team-up anchor, Captain America gains a maximum health increase of 100 and a 5% boost in damage output. Winter Soldier unlocks the devastating Stellar Impact ability through his team-up with Captain America. And because it's like an ability, like the rest of his kit, he also gains that bonus HP, which is very nice for him. Thing is, playing Winter Soldier right now is kind of miserable. You kind of just get like deleted by everything. It's not the most fun experience of what I've been going through. I think the team-up is good. The extra damage to Cap is very nice. Having that Stellar Impact with Winter Soldier is also a nice thing. But I just don't think it's insane. I'm going to put a B for right now. I think some tweaking needs to be done to it, or they have to indirectly buff these characters with something else to be a little bit more viable. Now, there is a lot of Captain America players out there, but the thing is, again, after the Season 2 changes with Winter Soldier, it kind of feels miserable playing into anything as Winter Soldier from my experience. But again, that's just me. Following that, let's talk about Mental Projection. This is with Emma Frost, Psylocke, and Magneto. As the team-up anchor, Emma Frost gains a maximum health increase of 100. Magneto receives the Magnetic Reconnaissance ability through his team-up with Emma Frost, and Psylocke receives the Soul Resurgence ability through her team-up with Emma Frost. This means you make double, 2 Magnetos, 2 Psylocks. You can use abilities. I think it's a very good team-up ability. Now, because Emma Frost is getting picked a lot, you're pretty much going to see this team-up all the time. And I think Psylocke with this team-up is in a very good spot currently. And I think Magneto is still super meta. So having this team-up is also very nice. So I'm actually going to put it S. I think it's a very, very good team-up. I don't think there's really anything on par with it. Maybe some others, but for right now, I think it's probably one of the best, if not the best team up currently. Now let's talk about what they removed. Chilling Charisma. Is Luna still in Namor? So Namor, loses his team up with Luna Snow, so you no longer have that extra squid that slows when shot. So I'm gonna put this in the remove section. It's kind of sad, but it is what it is. Then we have Dimensional Shortcut, which is Magic and Psylocke. Psylocke has lost the Psionic Disc ability, previously attained from her team up with Magic, so you can no longer go back in time with Psylocke. Instead, you have to team up with Emma. So again, I'm gonna put this in the remove section. Then you have Gamma Charge Up with Hulk, Doctor Strange, Namor. Doctor Strange loses the Gamma Maelstrom ability, which I think is kind of a huge nerf to Doctor Strange indirectly. But Namor now gains the Gamma Monstro ability through his team up with Hulk. So again, I'm moving this to the remove section. That's not the right one. Now staying on the topic of the Gamma Charge change, we have Namor. Now this team up does make it so he has a new squid that does damage over time that ramps up. And you have to have a Hulk on your team as he is the anchor. But the thing is, Luna Snow was super meta that it was guaranteed to always have a Namor Luna on your team. Of course, if one was banned or not. The problem is, Luna is still getting picked. Now, Hulk is either getting picked or he's getting banned. And because of that, that indirectly kind of nerfs Namor. So he's kind of in a rough spot currently because you either get to use the team up or you don't. And sometimes the squid kind of bugs out. Like on Spider-Man, if the Spider-Man loses line of sight, it actually breaks sometimes, but I still think it's a very good team up. I think it's a solid team up. Now, the reason I put him A and not S is because if Hulk is banned, that's going to indirectly nerf Namor on your team. He's not going to be doing like as much damage as he once was. And you have to kind of understand how heavy the meta is with dive. Even though that Namor is the king of anti-dive, you can't counter like 4 people diving onto you, so I think putting him A is fine. I think they have to adjust the team up a little bit for it to be S in my opinion. But again, my opinion. Now, next up we have the Volcanic Union team up, which is Thor, Captain America, Storm. This is removed. This is no longer a thing, unfortunately. So it's kind of sad. Same Storm player. It kind of hurts. Now, Planet X Pals, this is like terrible. I don't think it's a good team up. I don't think it's the worst in the world, but I just don't think it's good. Like, sure, you get reduced damage, but I mean, it's not that good. On the other hand, Chilling Charisma I think is very good because Luna is still meta. And Jeff, it does a lot of damage, especially with the team up, so I think it's A at least. It could be S, but I think A is an okay spot. Mainly due to the fact that Jeff just gets so much more damage, enabling him to do a lot more. And you're probably going to be running a Luna, Jeff, Rocket in your team comp, so I think having those pairing is very good. Now, Symbiotic Bond is with Venom, Penny Parker, and Spider-Man. I think this is still a very good team up. It's the Venom Spider-Man team up. Of course, Penny is becoming more meta with all the buffs to her, so she can get played more, and you can run this kind of pseudo dive comp. So I think it's still a very good team composition. I don't think it's strong enough to be S, but I do think it's a very good team up ability, at least on A. Moving on, we have Guardians Revival. I think this is S still. I think this is underrated. Now moving on, we have the Guardian Revival, and I still believe this is meta. Nothing was actually changed to it, I don't believe. So I think it's still S. The meta might change a little bit with what you're actually playing in your game because of the nerfs done to Adam Warlock and Star-Lord. But I still think it's a very good team up, so I think S is a perfectly fine spot. Although in a couple weeks this might change. It might get knocked down one, or it might stay. Who knows? But again, I still think it's in a good spot. Now, Dimensional Shortcut. This is a tricky one, mainly due to the fact that you lose that Psylocke team up. I haven't been seeing a lot of Magic players, and I think Black Panther right now is in a very bad spot to actually be playing him, so you can't really use it. I'm gonna drop it to C. I think it's a good team up. I like that you can go back in time, get your HP back, get that little bit of HP. But I only put it low because Black Panther, again, is in a super bad spot in the meta because you have characters like Emma Frost, The Thing, you're running into like the most annoying team comps. You're trying to dive a rocket as Black Panther. That's never gonna end up well for the Black Panther because the rocket will literally just run away, climb a wall, do whatever. It's pretty annoying to catch him. And again, I just think the meta currently doesn't do enough for Black Panther. He's in such a bad spot, and I feel bad for the Black Panther mains. Because I think Black Panther is a really cool character. Takes a lot of skill, like generally, like a lot of mechanical skill. I wish I could do it, but I don't want to. So I think C's okay. Now Volcanic Union, again, that whole team up was removed in general, so it's not good. Then we have Ammo Overload. I think because of the dive comp is so heavy right now in the meta. Like I think that's the meta for season 2 is dive comp. So I think I'm gonna put him B. He does wonders destroying Groot walls, but that's really about it for Punisher. But if you have a Rocket on your team and you want to play Punisher, I think that's your best opportunity because Rocket's always being played, so you can play Punisher. But I don't think this team up makes it any much better. Now, Lunar Force. This wasn't changed at all. Moon Knight's a little bit more meta, but what I've been noticing is that Cloak and Dagger isn't played as much right now, mainly due to the fact that you're playing Luna Snow, Loki, Invisible Woman, Rocket. Those are the strategies that are getting played a ton. It's kind of up in the air if you're playing Cloak and Dagger, if you're going to have a Moon Knight or not. Moon Knight is very good currently, so I'm putting it B. I think B is the safe position. I think it's a cool team up, but I don't think it's... Actually, I might drop it a C. I don't know. Allied Agents. So they buffed Hawkeye, and they kind of buffed Widow as well. But the thing is, you probably don't want to be running double sniper into the current meta of like straight dive. So I'm actually going to be dropping it to C, maybe even D tier, mainly due to the fact that having, again, double sniper into a full dive meta is kind of miserable. Even with some of the movement abilities that these two characters do have, and with the changes done to Hawkeye, he can a little bit survive against dive. I just don't think it's good enough. Like, you're going to have a horrible, horrible time. So I think putting it C is okay. Now, Gamma Fastball and Thing Fastball, because this tier list doesn't have with the Thing, I think it's D. I don't think it's a good team up whatsoever. And if I had the Thing one, I'd also put it here. Although it is fun to do to try to go for an opening pick, I will admit that. Like, sometimes it pays off really well, but I think it's super situational. And how the meta currently is, it's a little weird for Wolverine players because you have characters that can't get kidnapped by him. So I think putting him D is like okay. I might even put Planet X Pals here as well. I don't think it's the worst team up in the world. Like, I think it's still usable. It's still viable in some scenarios, but I just don't think it's that good. Now, the Atlas Bond. Because of the buffs that were made to Iron Fist, and because Luna Snow is still meta, this makes this team up a little bit better. Like, it indirectly gets nerfed because of those two characters. I think it's B, honestly. I think the Luna Snow team up is kind of underrated, even though it kind of seems useless to some people. Having that extra healing, having the ability to push people away that are diving on you is a very nice thing to have. Do I think it's B tier? I don't know. This is one that's kind of up in the air for me. It's either C or B for me personally. But let me know what you think of the Atlas Bond in the comments down below. I'm just putting it B for right now. Now, ESU Alumnus. I think it's a very underrated team up. Spider-Man is getting played a lot. Squirrel Girl isn't getting played as much, mainly because, again, it is super heavy dive. Squirrel Girl, even though she can counter some dive characters, you have to land the acorn to stun people. It can be rather miserable. If anything, I think it's between C and B. I think C is okay. I don't know. But I believe that's all of them. For whatever reason, the Fantastic Four team up and the team up with Storm and Human Torch were not on this list, but here's what I think about them. First is the Fantastic Four team up. Now, all of these characters, in my opinion, are super heavy in the meta. What I mean by that is that the Human Torch, Mr. Fantastic, they both got some pretty solid buffs. And there wasn't really any standout changes made to Invisible Woman. All they did was change her right-click shield ability. They removed about 5 HP on it, which is okay. And they didn't do anything to the Thing. So in my opinion, I feel that this team-up ability is S, as all of these characters are super strong, including the Thing. So I don't think they should really be placed anywhere else. Although you could debate and say that it's A because it's not on par with the Emma Frost team-up, that's fair. But if I would say it, probably A+, S-. Following that, we have the Human Torch team-up ability with Storm. Now, Johnny, or the Human Torch, whatever you want to call him, has received a significant buff for Season 2. That's why you've probably been seeing him picked a lot in some of your matches, or he's always like insta-banned. If Hell is banned in your match and you have a Human Torch, the Human Torch player can quite literally take over your match. And honestly, I've been testing with one of my friends with the Human Torch and Storm team-up this season, and I have to say it's actually rather strong, mainly for the fact that Rocket Raccoon is getting picked a lot, and the Storm Human Torch ultimate combo does shred through his ulti, so that is something to be aware of. So honestly, I would be fair in putting this team up ability in the A category. But anyways, hopefully you found this video entertaining or helpful in any way, shape, or form. And of course, I would love to hear your own opinions or lists that you made yourselves in the comments down below. But that's gonna do it for me. I hope you have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.